Welcome back to the channel. Today I have some great updates for you, some unfortunate ones, some good ones. But let's start with the unfortunate ones because Black Stars player Nuamah will be playing in the French League 2 next season if he decides to stay with Olympique Lyon. Well, how is this so? Olympique Lyon finished the French League last season in 6th place, and we know that a team that finishes 6th place cannot be relegated to the 2nd division. But well, the update coming in from the French League is that Olympique Lyon have been relegated to the French League 2. Well, after going through all the updates that came up, it turns out that Olympique Lyon were relegated to the French League 2 due to financial discrepancies. Now, Olympique Lyon have been having financial issues for the last couple of seasons, and the French football investigatory body brought it to their attention that they had to do something about it. They had to sell players and release certain players. But unfortunately, the club tried to work around it, but they were not able to come up with the amount of money that the French football financial investigatory body puts to them. So after a couple of meetings and decisions, well, the French Football League decided to relegate Olympique Lyon to the 2nd division, that is the French League 2. Now, Nuamah, who plays for Olympique Lyon, will be playing in the League 2 if he doesn't get a move away from Olympique Lyon. Well, Nuamah had a big injury last season which ruled him out for the rest of the season, and I think he's having a recovery session. But that is where the huge problem is. No club is willing to buy a player that is injured. So it is in a very, very bad situation for Nuamah to decide, unless a club is willing to get him so that when he's fully recovered, he can start playing for his new club. Else he would have to stay with Olympique Lyon in the French League 2. Now, John Textor, the owner of Olympique Lyon, he's having some huge issues when it comes to finances. He recently sold his shares in Premier League side, that is Crystal Palace. So it is something that is serious for Olympique Lyon, but they can appeal the decision by the French football, and Olympique Lyon, well, we'll see if they would appeal the decision by the French football so that they can stay in the French top flight league, or they are going to be relegated to the French League 2. But this is the current update on Nuamah's side, that is Olympique Lyon. Do you think it's a fair decision for Olympique Lyon to be relegated due to financial issues? If that is the case, then Accra Folk should be relegated by now. But that's not how the system works in Ghana football. Well, if you've enjoyed the update up till now, please do subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. Now, let's go on and do some more, because Ghana's top midfielder, that is Thomas Partey, has revealed how his coach, that is Mikel Arteta at Arsenal, influenced his current playing style. According to Thomas Partey, his playing style was like booga booga, and also to provide assist and also score goals and get into the spotlight and highlight of stuff. But according to Thomas Partey, Coach Mikel Arteta called him into his office and said, "Boga, sit down, let's talk. It's not always that you have to be the big man on the pitch. It's not always that you have to get the glory. Sometimes you have to let other people get the glory. It's okay for you to do the dirty job so that other people can get the glory. That is how football is." And Thomas Partey sat down and really thought about what Mikel Arteta said, and he started doing it. And ever since then, people have really come to understand his game style. He doesn't need to score a goal before people see that Thomas Partey is playing well on the pitch. Even when Arsenal are having a bad game, people can point out that Thomas Partey is having a good game on the pitch. And according to him, Mikel Arteta played a huge role in his current playing style. Let's hear from Thomas Partey.
I think the last season in Atletico, because the coach came to me and he said, the team needs you, but you don't need to be, one of the best on the pitch, trying to keep the ball and doing all these things to make the team work. You have to give the people in front of you the free road to win the game for you, So from there, it became part of my game, and then when I went to Arsenal with Arteta and everything, when he made the team, he always say, okay, you have a lot of good talent up front. What you have to do is a way to give them the freedom, so they get the best out of them. You may be in the shadow, but we as a coach or as a team, we know what we want from someone in that position. So I have to adapt. Sometimes I go out of it, but most of it, 99% of it, I'm on it. And then it takes me the same to the Blaster. When I see a lot of kudos, all the players up front, I just want to give them that stability and that freedom to be able to, give the best.
So in the role that you're playing, what do you think is the best quality that a midfielder must have? Is it tackling, or is it the ability to find the right pass in the right moment?
I think it's the ability to understand this is your role, because it's very difficult to finish a game thinking, oh, I've done everything perfect, but I'm not even part of the successful pass or this or that. So it's just the mentality to understand this is where I want to be, and then everything else will come together.
That is Thomas Partey over there telling us how Coach Mikel Arteta influenced his current style of play. Now, away from Thomas Partey, let's talk about one of the experienced players in the Black Stars. I mean, the captain, Jordan Ayew. Well, we all know his team, that is Leicester City, have been relegated to the English Championship after failing to get out of the relegation zone in the Premier League last season. Well, for the first time, Jordan Ayew is likely to play in the English Championship. But for Jordan Ayew, I think that a lot of clubs are interested in him, and so he can get a move to play in another team. But if he chooses to play for Leicester City, it means that next season we will see Jordan Ayew play in the English Championship. And ahead of the start of the new season, Jordan Ayew has begun pre-season training individually by himself. Well, he was captured by official Meat Pie on Instagram training. So that is Jordan Ayew having his training session with others ahead of the start of the new season, as he looks forward to a bright start with the Foxes in the English Championship. Will he also join the likes of Dede Ayew, who played in the English Championship, or is he going to move from Leicester City and get a team playing in the top flight? Well, we would have to wait and see how Jordan Ayew's next move goes about. But right up to now, this is where we draw down the curtains for this edition of Sports Update, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, please do all to subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment.